$15 for 2 coffees. Like, did you drink mine?
No.
Yeah, you finished mine.
No, I didn't.
Go. Yeah, look. Stop. So you do like the Oleato. And you really chugged it. It was like not even like...
There was nothing in it. I don't know what you got. I'm so sorry.
What's up, friends? Welcome to Glenncation on location with the number 2 pod. I'm Glenn.
I'm Simi.
And this episode is going to be uncaffeinated.
Yeah, today we are going to places that are not home, so this should be fun. But today's topic is gay pride.
Gay pride.
How was your pride, Glenn?
I awoke such a clatter and felt the glitterati, and I knew. I'm just kidding. I didn't do anything for pride. Did you do anything for pride?
No, I feel as much gay as I did last month as I do this month.
I don't particularly feel gay ever. There was no moment I felt gay. I was voluntold that I was gay as a kid. Yeah, my sisters used to love you, but they used to, at Borders or like Barnes and Noble, they have like the LGBTQ plus section. They would like push me down that aisle, and I'd be like, "What?" I was so stupid. So that's when I felt gay, but gay people don't really feel gay. I don't think.
What aisle should they have pushed you down?
Probably the get a life aisle. I don't know. The find a profitable.
The Pop Funko.
The Pop Funko aisle that didn't exist back then. We didn't have it.
It's a joke.
I wish.
Gosh,
how's your coffee?
it's gone.
Starbucks has lost their minds. They keep luring me into the app because they're like, buy one, get one free. But every time I end up going to Starbucks, it's not the time where it's buy one, get one free. So either way, their marketing's working.
Can I get some coffee with my ice?
Can I get some coffee with my pebble ice? I know. They're really friendly now at Starbucks, too. They're like, hi, I'm Tabitha. What's your name? And you say your name, and then they don't repeat it back. They're like, okay, what do you want? I feel like, is that part AI? I don't know. $15 for 2 coffees. Like, did you drink mine?
No.
Yeah, you finished mine.
No, I didn't.
Go. Yeah, look.
Stop.
So you do like the Oleato. And you really chugged it. It was like not even like...
There was nothing in it. I don't know what you got. I'm so sorry. What I could do is I can pour this coffee into this coffee.
No. I'll just have one sip of yours. You can have yours too.
No.
Fine. Add it to the list. On this episode of the number 2 podcast.
Today's just not been my day. Like, just take me home. I don't know why anyone ever leaves their house. Like, this is...
You have to voyage. Your ancestors were voyagers.
Yeah, they never left the island.
They left the island. That was voyaging.
And then once they got to the island, they never left.
They were like, oh, it's just another island, guys. It's like, this island's just bigger, or this island's just smaller. I think I say we go back.
What kind of accent is that?
I don't know. The native people. I'm influenced by Manana. Motunui people. That's funny. Yeah, Pride is over. It didn't feel very prideful this year. Like, we went to the mall.
What do you mean Pride is over? It's the whole month of June.
Yeah, but like there's like a weekend that's like the parties and stuff.
Usually it's around my birthday, but for this,
they already had it.
It was like already. They're like, let's get it over with. Beginning of the month.
We have packed schedules. The drag queens have packed schedules, and they have more profitable markets than Los Angeles now. So they're like, sorry, we gotta go. I don't know. Yeah, we didn't do anything for Pride. There was basically no Pride merchandise or anything in any of the stores. All the corporate Prideification.
Oh yeah, you were very
was gone.
Disappointed about that, weren't you?
Not that we buy any of it, but it's fun to see. I don't know. Living in LA, like, you're very spoiled, even though there are mean people here. Like, there's enough diversity that Pride versus non-Pride, you don't really notice a huge difference. And that is what we call progress. But pretty wild. I think next topic we can talk about is LA traffic. What is going on with LA traffic?
Oh, come off of it. Like, we live in LA. We know there's going to be traffic.
No. After the pandemic, during the pandemic and after the pandemic, It was like a pleasure to drive in LA. Like compared to before, it wasn't like great, but because everybody was working from home, so we were all like saving the environment. Everybody was happier. And then these like evil corporate landlords and managers were like, I can't control my staff. Everybody has to come back to work. And now it's like a miserable place to live. It's like 1:30 on a Saturday, and like I feel like everybody should already be where they're supposed to be, but instead it's just like clogged freeways for no reason. And we'll get to the front of the traffic and it'll be like one little car on the side of the road that everybody's staring at for no reason.
All right, Jerry.
Jerry likes his corn, but we're gonna get there. Yeah, my pro tip for anybody moving to Los Angeles is live where you work and work where you live, because otherwise you're gonna spend a lot of time in your car and you can only call so many people without annoying them.
I mean, depending on who you are.
Some of us are what?
Some of us have a laundry list of people to call.
Oh yeah.
Some of us.
In the Polynesian family, you're like, I have not talked to cousin in a while, so let's see what's going on. That is nice. That is a perk.
I thought people from the Middle West,
The Midwest, like,
love to talk.
they love a visit, but not too long. I don't know. I feel like any of my relatives, like when I'll call my grandma in a minute. Sorry, Grandma Betty, but when I call her, I feel like she like wants to talk to me, and then she's over it. She's like, never mind. She's like, I gotta go. Like, okay. Topic number 2 or 3. We recorded an entire episode, and we had a technical malfunction. So you guys will never. The footage will be lost forever. Well, we have the footage. We don't have the audio, so we could do a lip reading.
Yeah.
That'd be a funny TikTok. We could lip read it.
Pro tip number 1, if you're going to film something, have audio contingencies.
I wonder how this other coffee will taste. It's completely not drank at all.
We both are drinking the same coffee.
This is why you drink mine. Mine's better.
What is that, white chocolate macadamia?
This is like,
I thought I tried something new.
try it. It's different. That's a choice. I think that's what macadamia tastes like, which is why I don't like macadamia.
I mean, now I like your olive oil drink.
Oh my gosh, if you guys have not had the Oleato drink, it is so good. Golden Foam Oleato. It's literally just espresso water. They do the foam, which is not super healthy.
It was really sugary.
Yeah, they put some flavor in there. I found out it's like a toffee nut or something, but then there's olive oil. Ooh, it's a little something on. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I mean, we're spoiling ourselves today because I normally do not get Starbucks ever. So more of an energy drink. If any energy drinks, up and coming energy beverages out there want to sponsor the number 2 pod, I'll take samples. I'll drink samples. I'll talk about it with everybody. I'll go into retail stores and be really annoying with the cashiers and talk about it. Like no joke. I do it either way, whether I bought it or not.
I mean, this is a true story.
This is who I am.
You remind me of my father. How like when we were younger and then your father starts talking to strangers in the grocery store and you're like embarrassed almost and you don't know why. Except that now I'm older and you just do that and I'm not embarrassed. But
Well, the reason I do it is because I've worked in retail my whole life. So it's like sometimes those people like are very sad.
No, I do it now. Like I'm talking about how when we were younger we used to think that of our parents, but now as adults we do it ourselves, and it's like
when you're a kid it's like so cringy. It's like, why are you talking to them?
When you're a teenager you think everything's cringy. Your parents do.
Yeah.
And then you grow up and you do the exact same shit.
Yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. Just sitting in traffic, trying to get to the place I'm going. Driving through neighborhoods that look like shit, but they're probably $1 million houses. Because it's Los Angeles, and it's a crazy place to live.
Anyway, Glenn's making me go to the Equinox.
Oh, so we have a plan for today. I don't know. We'll try and take you there.
Riverside. I guess Riverside. Well, Irvine.
So I have discovered the greatest place on earth, and we're going. I've been once, we're going twice, and we need to be healthier. We need to be exercising. It's like horrible weather out, so it's not a good beach day. The marine layer is really bad. It's 76 degrees, so we're going to go to a luxury gym, have a good workout, lift some weights, get a pump, enjoy the sauna, enjoy the steam. They have a pool, they have pickleball.
I have so much work I have to get done.
But
sometimes
in life, you have to live life instead of do things that don't matter.
I'll get her done, but
I'm gonna get her done. I'm gonna get her done.
dragging me out today, and it's gonna be great.
Other cool things that are in Irvine. There's this thing called Micro Center. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Micro Center. It is like the Best Buy for nerds. The nerds who know. It's like really weird. They have a lot of...
It's not in Irvine, it's in Tustin.
Tustin, whatever, over there. Orange County. If you've never been to California, none of these things make sense because everybody thinks just like LA, Disneyland, and Hollywood are like one block. And it's big. You know, more people live in LA County, like collectively, than like any other place. It's like the most populated thing. And obviously, like, more people would live in New York, but it's, you know, it's like they can only build so high. There's only so many spots. Ridiculous. And what else is news to me?
I figured out how to watch Survivor Australia.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if we covered Survivor US. They ended the season. It was okay. No comment. Hashtag Maria is evil. Hashtag Charlie. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite season. But that being said, we have been digging. If you watch this podcast, you know that we're obsessed with Survivor Australia. And since the pandemic, we haven't been able to watch it. And we finally found it on a completely legal streaming platform available via the free internet.
Thank you, Reddit.
Thank you, Reddit. Oh, God, Reddit. It's like information is everything. And whoever invented these sites, you're a genius. TikTok, Reddit, it was like, that's the solution we need. So we started the first episode last night, and it's like...
I think it's the first episode of like season 9 or something.
And I can't remember if we've watched all 8, but I'm pretty sure we have. But Survivor Australia, like the cinematography, the casting is better. It's more like violent because
the challenges are violent.
The challenges are violent. Like the Australian outback is, you know, already horrible. It's like spiders and snakes and bugs and like, you know, they're not in Fiji. Like just Australians are like ruthless with their intellect. Like, I mean, it's barbaric. There's more people. It's longer. It's 47 days. So obviously budget cuts in the US because of cable, and it's on CBS. So I think if Survivor was able to renegotiate and get on a streaming service, like it would be the biggest show in the world. But because they're stuck to CBS, because like nobody watches CBS, you know what I mean? Like they have a budget. That's why the price hasn't gone up, you know? Like $1 million for 50 seasons, like that's no money anymore, you know? You can't even buy a house for $1 million in California, if you think about it, you know what I mean? Like, that's the other reason people probably don't watch the show. They're like, oh, just $1 million? Like, they can't even pay their debt off. Like, I think it's the same price in Australia, but maybe the Australian money is more valuable. Oh, we're picking up speed. Yeah, so that's exciting. What else are we watching? RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars is running. It's okay.
Yeah, you're bored of the season.
I'm bored of the season. It's cool to see queens that I didn't watch their original seasons. Like, I don't know anything about Plastique Tiara, and she's incredible.
It's funny because you have seen these seasons, and
I just don't remember them. I feel like there's seasons I didn't watch. Like, I don't really remember Georges, and she's doing really good.
What? Are you kidding me?
So I have some homework to do.
There's definitely seasons where you like skim through, like, or you're like working and you have it on in the background. Or,
yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's crazy. The other thing that's getting out of hand is I keep getting ads for like their Christmas tours, the drag queens Christmas tours, and I'm like, it's June. Like nobody's planning for Christmas right now. You know what I mean? Or like I've got this ad on TikTok for Halloween. And it's like I get celebrating halfway to Halloween because I know Disney does that. Because people are planning like big vacations, you know, to go to the Boogie Bash or whatever. But it was like Party City was like advertising pre-ordering your like lawn skeleton. Like nobody's ordering their lawn skeleton in June. It's like, can't June just be June? Why does it have to be October? I don't like it. I still haven't put away my Halloween decorations from last year. Astronomical.
That's really getting me that I can't remember what we talked about. There goes like a popo.
Popo,
be cool. Popo, be cool.
That's a fake popo. That's for the blue line. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What else? You know what June is? June is wedding season.
Mother blood clot.
For the scrates. For the scrate off the street. Everybody getting married. We got a wedding invitation this week. It was like,
oh my God.
Talk about how to do a proper wedding invitation. We've had some bad ones. Like these people inviting you to their wedding on Facebook. we ain't coming to your wedding. Like,
No, but this invitation was like,
oh my God. Somebody did their research. Like, I mean, it wasn't like, that scene in Bridesmaids where like it's the pre-engagement party and she gets the box and like the butterfly flies out and then there's like, like custom like lace and stuff, like so ridiculous.
Oh, that's cheesy. No, this one was like
very classy.
Classy.
And you could tell there was multiple stamps on it. Like they done paid the postage.
Yeah. That envelope was thick.
That envelope was thick for an invite. So they did it, which is crazy. A lot of people mail their wedding invitations from Disneyland. Do you know this? It's like a whole thing because they want the stamp to say like from Main Street USA or whatever. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, Glenn and I have been with each other for 9 years and no one yet has popped the question.
Yeah, we're not getting married.
It's just not happening.
When you marry somebody, you marry their finances. And if you've met me, you don't want my finances. And we're not married, so I don't know anything about your finances. Are you rich?
We keep everything separate.
We keep everything separate.
And that's why 9 years has lasted so long.
So long. Farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. The curtains. When I was in elementary school, I was in like a skit of that song. I was the little boy. And they literally had, like, somebody made me an outfit that was like of the curtain, because she made them out of the curtains. Fraulein. Whatever happened to Fraulein's? That's German for nanny, right? Or am I making that up?
I have no.
Because her name is Fraulein Maria, right?
That just sounds funny.
Like, what if that term stuck around and was like popularized because the movie was popular and it was like, my Fraulein is coming over to watch Dobby. I don't know, that'd be weird.
Dobby?
Yeah, the Germans. So crazy. Oh,
what is something that we do that's just like...
We're merging.
Something that we do that like...
This is our new segment on the Number 2 pod called Getting to Know Glenn and Semi.
So sometimes Glenn and I will check out other humans in the wild.
We love library procedures.
And so what we say is we do this thing called hi. So if I see somebody that is attractive, I'll say it loud enough so Glenn hears and I'll be like, hi. And then Glenn will look and be like, where? And it'll be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a great system for checking out
other human beings.
Other library cards, other library books. You just scan the library, you read the library, and then you say, hi.
And then sometimes
they say hi back.
Sometimes if I agree, I say, oh, yeah. Sometimes if I don't agree, I'm like, no, Glenn, what do you, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Maybe this time I'll get lucky.
Maybe this time
he'll stay. See, we all have more in common with Sally Bowles than we think.
What else are like little things that we do that like...
Yeah, that's super problematic. What else do we do? It's a horse.
There has to be one that you know and think of.
I mean, basically my entire life is centered around like busyness and like finding a place to go to the bathroom. Like if they, that scene in that movie, The Wild Wild West, with Will Smith, like the spider movie, you know what I'm talking about? What's that called? Wild Wild West? And they're like cut people's heads off and then they like turn them upside down and shine like a light through the eyeball and it like shows everything in their brain.
What?
You never seen that movie with Will Smith? It's The Wild Wild West, Jim West, Desperado.
They don't do that.
Yes, they do in that movie. The mean guy, the guy in charge of the spider creatures, they like cut people's heads off and then they have like this thing and they shine it through. It's a projector and that's how they like know what their thoughts were or whatever.
That sounds very futuristic and I don't think Wild Wild West was
futuristic. That movie was futuristic because they had the sci-fi robot spiders. Anyway, not the point. The point of the story is
I just don't remember it.
If you cut my head off and shined a projector through it to see what's in my brain, it would be an index of the right places to go to the bathroom. Like clean, toilet paper, ambiance,
bidet.
There's no bidets, yeah, but it'd be nice. That's why I'm always like very envious of like whenever we go to Las Vegas where my family lives, there is a place to go to the bathroom in Las Vegas. Like no matter where you go, it is clean. Well, it's been cleaned. There's toilet paper, there's ambiance. Like it's the best place to go to the bathroom on earth.
And there's
grocery stores,
Cigarette smoke.
Starbucks. Usually there's cigarette smoke covers up your body
Smell.
smells. Like versus in Los Angeles, like so right now we're on the 5 freeway driving south, and if you said I have to shit my pants, your options to go to the bathroom are so limited that you might as well just shit in your car. Like, and I wish I was
don't
joking.
think so.
But like, think about it. Right now, it's like
there's a Target everywhere. There's McDonald's.
yeah, but
everywhere.
they're dirty bathrooms. Like, it's gross.
Oh well, you gotta go.
Yeah, it's an emergency. So it's like people plan around it in this city because it's even like there's a mall up here, outlet
And
mall.
if you ain't planning around your bowel movements, if you ain't taking the right supplements, taking some good fiber.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in other cities, like you don't have this added stress of being stuck in traffic, and like if you happen to have to use the bathroom, you have a place to go, you know, like
Well, what are you doing where you have to like shit so bad you might poop your pants?
I'm just saying you should always be prepared. You should always be prepared.
Prepared.
Beautiful singing. Oh my god. Astronomical.
3 hours later.
3 hours.
Yeah, I was really bummed about doing our last podcast and then putting it all in post and finding out there was no sound. So now we're going to press record within the actual interface and just have redundancies, because redundancies are important in life sometimes.
I need some redundancies.
Right now I'm in my Scrooge era where like work kind of becomes before everything, which is great. But who knows, one day, 40 years from now, I'll have to visit 3 different ghosts during
And one of those
Christmas
ghosts
time.
will be edible. Oop, Star Wars The Acolyte. Are you guys watching The Acolyte? I haven't started. It's all anybody can talk about online. I didn't watch the last Star Wars TV show. What was it?
You don't really watch the TV show.
I want to be into Star Wars, but I can't get into it. I
You
don't
watch
know why.
the movies, but you, for some reason, don't watch the shows.
I
like
love
for Marvel and for Star Wars.
Yeah. What's that about?
Like if there was like a Moana TV series, you probably wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, but why? I just don't have the attention span.
But if there were a Rapunzel TV series, you
Starring live action Mandy Moore.
You probably have seen it 5 times already.
Right.
The whole season.
We love Punzi. All right, we're taking a new way, everybody.
That's another thing that we do that is just
So
specific,
weird.
which is very Pacific.
Sub-Pacific, because that's the ocean we're by.
That's one of the things we do. We say things wrong just to be ironic and funny. And very Pacific. So please prescribe to the channel.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I never take the 710.
Glenn, think!
Thinking. Just think. What's the other thing we do? We like to yell at each other. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when we are having conversations and be like, should I call the police? This is the most abusive relationship I've ever heard.
Not the police!
Is this a domestic disturbance?
Oh my god, I'm so over you.
It's a train yard. I love trains. Where's Thomas?
One of those crates for rent.
Can I live in your crate? In the crater gator? Yeah.
What are they called? They're not called crates. They're called like what? Oh, I have a story about the DMV that I don't ever think I told publicly.
Oh. What happened?
But one time I went to go renew my license, and this was like back in, oh gosh, 2000 and like, I don't know, 11 or something. I don't even know. It was a long time ago. That said, I was walking into the DMV, and guess who walks out?
Who?
Tevin Campbell.
Stop.
Yeah. And
So
I'm like
random.
looking around, and like nobody for some reason knew or recognized Tevin Campbell. And I was like, bruh, like this is Tevin Campbell standing right now. Is there any other songs you know him for?
Yeah. No.
And so the same day I walk in and I see Tevin Campbell, I'm like waiting, and I'm, trying to really renew the license, going through the motions, and lo and behold, Kendall Jenner and at the time Bruce Jenner were there getting, I think, her license, or for the first time. And so we got in line to go take our pictures. And I'm not joking, Bruce and Kendall, Bruce at the time, were right behind me in line.
That's crazy.
And I think that was the first time in life, and I've told you this before, where I was like, I don't think I ever want to be famous. Because everyone in that DMV, their eyes weren't on me, but they were all in my direction. It was the first time like everyone was looking at your direction, and I thought to myself, gosh, like it's got to be weird to be famous.
It's just gotta be super annoying and horrible.
But I thought that was pretty funny that like they were just behind me the whole time. And yeah, that's the only little DMV story that I have. Fun fact.
That's crazy.
I feel like I have like so many stories like that too. Like working at there's a show that just came out right now called Clipped, and it's about Donald Sterling.
Oh yeah, I saw
and
the
Shelley
preview.
Sterling. And I watched the first 2 episodes. It's kind of weird. They were my bosses, and I worked at the hotel, and I like waited on them and served them multiple times. And Shelley Sterling, I gotta say though, is a very, very nice woman, and she was always nice to me when I worked there. And she wasn't like, when you're a billionaire, some of these people act like they're hoity-toity, and like they act kind of, I don't know. But this lady, I truly feel like she had like she didn't really have that much ego, and she's like a people's people. At least I thought so.
She had healed her trauma.
And this is like post all that drama of that show. So, like, they were already like not the owners of the Clippers anymore. Anytime I saw her and Donald interact, they seemed very loving. I mean, I don't know the whole story. They were my bosses.
It's wild.
But I feel like I know a lot of those people that are in the show. Anyway, fun fact with that too. But yeah, that's about it. It's getting hot in the car right now. We should probably turn on the air. Yeah,
I know, but I like listening to your stories.
Oh no, you hate listening.
No, I
to
am.
My
I'm like, I forgot about this one, and then I forgot I didn't like connect that show and then that job. I was like, oh wow, that is weird. It's like very meta.
Shelley Sterling, she's a sweetheart. She really is, and I'm glad she's a boss ass bitch too, who did her thing. So good for her. Anyway, there's a lot more episodes, I'm sure. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, guys, that's one for the road, literally.
That's one for the road. When you think, just know that when you move to LA and you want to leave at 11 a.m. to be somewhere by noon, you're going to get there at 3 o'clock because it takes so long to leave the house. So then you're going to be like, why did we even do this when we should have left at 11?
And it's a weekend, so Equinox might be a little bit more busier than the last time you went.
All right,
so we'll see you guys next time on the Number 2 podcast. Bye.
Bye.